Now, I know the real estate world, and I got to tell you, for years and years and years, I don't know how many real estate agents say this, and it drives me insane. Just because there's a pool in the backyard doesn't make the house more valuable. What it comes down to is a 50-50 ratio. Half the buyers out there want a pool, the other half don't want the pool. They don't want the extra cost. They're afraid that somebody could drown in it. They don't want to follow the bylaws, et cetera, et cetera. Today, right now, because of COVID, everyone wants a pool, and I'll bring it right back to the beginning.
Yes.
Who would have thought that you guys would be busy, much like deck companies, barbecues for sale, like they don't exist anymore. Generators, you can't find one.
The supply and demand is high and low. It's the amount of backyard projects and anything and everything you can do or want to do to your backyard is in high demand, and supply is low. Everyone looking for, not everyone, but a good chunk of people looking for a house right now do want it to come with a pool because they don't want to have to deal with the hassle of trying to find someone that they could get a pool from. A lot of other places are sold out till 2022, 2023 at times. We are still going strong. We are trying very hard to keep stock and get stock to continue to give everyone their dream backyard and get them their pools. There's a lot of pools for people that I had to save throughout this year that had a hole in the ground for 3 months, you know, going for that steel pool where they couldn't get the material, and I was able to put a fiberglass pool in for them and they could go swimming this summer that just passed. That was a nice feeling.
So it's easier to install a fiberglass pool.
So much easier to install a fiberglass pool. I could come in within a day. We got your pool color, style, and size in stock, good enough access, and get the pool in the ground within a day at times. We excavate, prepare our base, drop our pool, backfill and put your water in, and you got your gas and electrical and on your way.
So it's I'm going to say right now, because I'm hearing this, it's cost effective.
Extremely cost effective. The amount of money you're putting towards a fiberglass pool versus a vinyl or a concrete is going towards the product. It might be a little bit more money versus vinyl, not by much, but the time it takes to actually complete the vinyl or concrete process could take a couple weeks to 6 weeks, sometimes 12 weeks, depending on the project. But for a fiberglass pool, you're in and out in a couple days.
So no matter what, and besides, I want to put my money into a better product.
Yes.
Installation is another story, depending on whatever you're doing, if you got to put more money into the installation. But here's what I'm hearing: we save on installation, literally by days, which is a lot of money, and yet we still have a better product. So that's great. Now let's get into questions, because so many people, including myself.
Well, Mike, it's good for the homeowners too, right? So you take on a new house and you're scared of the pool. You're saying people don't want them because they're scared of it. Some people will fill them in or don't want to maintain it. But with the fiberglass pools, you don't have to worry about that because it's lifetime and you can transfer it to the next homeowner. So it makes that process a little bit easier when buying a house with an existing fiberglass pool.
I accept. I like that, actually. I get my pool cleaned every week. And I do this, I guess, because in my mind, the pool guys, I used to try to do it myself, which I don't recommend to anyone out there. I just don't. I'm a contractor. I should not be touching pools. I should be swimming in them. I get it cleaned every week, and I've heard so many arguments. It's like it should be done every 2 weeks. It should be done once a month. How many times should we clean the pool?
There's so many variables to consider. With a fiberglass pool, you're really just adding salt from time to time, looking at our low salt system and the parts per million. So it's 1,200 parts per million to 1,800 parts per million because it is a low salt system. So there's not much you really have to do to maintain or clean the pool, all depending on how many trees you have around it, what cover you might be having on it. I always suggest to our clients, take our maintenance equipment package that comes with the equipment, start with that because it gives you your vacuum and your brush and your leaf net. If that doesn't work for you or you don't want to be doing that much work, then you can upgrade to a robotic cleaner. But otherwise, hiring someone else to do it or clean your pool is always nice, just not completely necessary every week to every month, depending on what you have in your surroundings.
But my problem was I didn't mind cleaning the pool because I'm a worker. That's easy. Scrub it, clean it, vacuum it, use the net. That's easy stuff. It was actually taking the water, testing it, looking through different things, and trying to get the color to say, okay, do I need to add, I don't know, I don't want to say bleach or chlorine, but in essence, do I need to add chemicals? No. Okay, so this is great. I started off, my pool was chlorine, then I went to bromine, and bromine was big, so we put in the new bromine system. I think it was $7,000 to do this.
Oh, wow.
And then, years later, salt. Everyone should be having a salt pool. So there's an argument right there.
Yes.
I switched it over to the salt. It was supposed to be easier, much like you said. I think I need more salt in my pool. But I went to salt, and I gotta say it's better on my skin. It feels better on my skin.
You don't smell afterwards.
Right, it doesn't burn my eyes
That's
going in the
right.
water like a bromine or a chlorine.
Yeah.
So you're gonna agree with me, salt's number one?
Salt and fiberglass are friends.
Our friends.
Salt and fiberglass are friends.
Well, that's a good way of
Absolutely.
saying it.
Yes, no, it is great to have that. A lot easier to maintain instead of trying to do the chemical balancing every day, double checking your waters and how dirty it might be, you're adding or taking out what you got, you're trying to balance it. It's very difficult to balance it and get it to stay clean.
But do we need to do the water test still if you have a salt pool?
You do. You do need to make sure you have enough salt in it. So when it rains or if you take out water or add water, you need to add salt for those increments.
And it's just salt. You don't have to add anything else. No chemicals.
No.
Really? Okay, so this is a much easier world, and I'm leaning more to getting one of your pools. But I might have to build a custom home because I have a pool already, so that's another story, and we're going to play with that.
Well, we do lots of indoor pools too. So indoor, outdoor.
I
whatever
want
you'd
an
like.
indoor pool. I do. I want an indoor pool that's outdoor that I could be, if I want, I can go outdoors. So it's, I guess, a semi-indoor outdoor pool.
Yeah, one
is
of
what
those retractable.
I like that idea. You know, that you
Yeah.
it can retract out or retract in, and bam, you're outside. Or
Yes.
even in the winter, you could swim under it and get on the outside to a heated pool. But that, you know, that's me.